Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, this video will be a little bit different, but not different. I will attack reality that unfortunately we are forced to live in via a different angle, and that is through the movies. I don't watch movies. I stopped watching movies because after a certain age I started feeling insulted by the movies, be it action movie, historical movie, comedy. I could see through them. I could see the signals, the messages, subliminal sometimes straight in your face messages, and I didn't like that a bit because they were not subtle. They were too overtly imbecilic. So I could see things that really bothered me. I said, I don't want to watch this. I don't learn anything, but just to see how deep in the garbage these guys try to drag our civilization. These guys. And I stopped watching them. Rarely I watch a movie nowadays when someone, says go and watch this movie, but they're usually very intellectually low. Now, I'm not a genius, but I'm not a retard either. So since I'm above the age of 13, which is actually the strata of the society Hollywood is bombarding, is focusing on, I can't watch movies. I'm sick of seeing so much so-called diversity where it shouldn't be. Poor movies, bad songs, music behind, and the same guilt associated with a certain kind of group, and it's very obvious. And then you see all kind of impossibilities, like you see one person beating 1,000 men, that in reality that's an impossibility, but that's supposed to be a realistic movie. And this garbage that these guys are feeding us with, based on a real story, again, as I used to tell someone, based on a real story, how much? 0.5%? 1% of the movie? There were two men one day, or it was one man called this, or a woman who met a man, and everything else is made up. So it's not based on a real story. You don't know how much the scriptwriter invented. You don't know. You don't. Now, especially when they talk about historical stuff. So I watched 4 movies. Why 4 movies? I watched more than 4, but these 4 I picked because they have the same actor, and 3 out of 4 are in the 50s, 1950s, made in the Hollywood. And 1 is made in 1970. And you could already see a difference in how they worm certain things in. They want to change certain things. Like, for instance, a woman who will beat 3 men barefisted. Okay, so I'm just exaggerating. I didn't see that in 1970. I see now it's commonplace. That's why you go outside in a protest and you got a woman trying to beat you up, and you're like, what movie did you fucking see? Or movies. Anyway, so all 4 movies that I watched have the same actor, and that is John Wayne. I liked John Wayne as a kid, and I wanted to be John Wayne a kid. We were playing, I'm John Wayne, John Wayne. I'm John Wayne. Because we thought John Wayne is not an actor, is the guy. John Wayne. So never like same as Winnetou, All Shatterhand, and Winnetou. Which one you want to be? It depends on, anyway. So we have John Wayne, and 4 movies, 3 in 1950s. I'm going to share them with you, and I'm going to tell you what I saw and what I didn't see, what I appreciated and what I didn't appreciate. But I watched 4 because I liked them. And every time a commercial will come, I didn't pay for it, Jesus Christ. Okay, as my grandfather used to say, buy something cheap that looks expensive. So again, watch a movie, but don't pay for it if you can, So they said you have the option. I watched them on YouTube. Cheap motherfucker. So it was commercials or you pay. I said, me pay. Niet. All right. So I watched these 4 movies, and let me show you the first one. by the way, the commercial, whenever the movie was playing and then the commercial, it's like transferring me in a bad dream. Immediately you could see the actors in the commercial and say, what the fuck is this? After you saw the movie and you listen to the songs, decency, how they spoke, and you see the commercial, you're like, what is this? What is this? Well, that's why, because you see the discrepancy so fast that these guys made it slow. They're not bad and they're not stupid. They're not stupid. So let's start with the first movie. Hondo. Now, none of these movies that I will present here were intelligent. But did not insult my intelligence in a way that John Wayne was flying, or a lady was beating 5 Apaches, or something in a fist fight. Things like this, I'm like, too obvious. They were realistic in 99.9% of the time. 99. So I could watch that. I didn't miss any flying with strings, nobody punching and that flying 3 continents over. Nothing. I didn't need that. They were all serious, normal, without any special effects. Nothing. I enjoyed myself greatly. The actors were good as well. So, Hondo. This is right here. Well, the cat is... This is obviously John Wayne, and this is 1953. It says Italian film poster. Warner Bros. Brothers. So this is a movie that was made in, right here, 1953. Okay, I couldn't see anything extraordinary in a negative way. It was just perfect. You see the right people in the right position. You see the men as men. You see women as women. You see the Indians as Indians. You see the thieves as thieves. You haven't seen anybody like, I don't know, Jamie Foxx playing, I don't know, someone that will kill some Southerners or anything like that. Or, I don't know, Jamie Foxx playing Big John in Robin Hood and Walter Scott. You will not see that. It was everybody where it belonged. You didn't see anybody playing a little bit like, well, I'm going to be here too. Women, they were portrayed in a certain way. You would call it nowadays in a very patriarchic way. And in all these movies, it was one thing that appeared over and over and over. And that was, I give you 3 seconds. 2, 1, that's it. Alcohol, drinking. They were always making commercial. They were like advertising drinking. Alcohol, whiskey was all over the place, all the time. There was no cigarettes. So the tobacco industry was not as strong in 1950s. I'm guessing that it was the liquor business. Alcohol everywhere, like in front of you. It was clear these guys were promoting. Like, I don't know, they had a conversation, let's talk. And I saw this in Dallas. You remember Dallas, the series? Again, when they were talking, something, they were coming home, immediately they would pour some ice or scotch or whatever on ice or on rocks. And JR would speak with them. I was like, what the fuck is this? As a kid, when I watched it, I was like, why is these guys always drinking? What's going on? I didn't understand at the time, but now I do. So again, this is one movie. Good movie. Easy movie, but not idiotic. Next movie. Rio Lobo. Again, 1970. This was the only one, right here. This is, again, John Wayne is another movie, but here you could start seeing, creeping in some other things. Let's put it this way. Other things like other names, other ethnicities involved, as you know, this and all that. Okay, and you could see, in 1970, the other one was what, 53. So from 53 to 70, I could see John Wayne not being the same man in his lines. In the script, he was softer, he was weaker, he was more flexible, he was more pussified. In the 70s versus the 53 or 57, the videos, the movies I watched. Watch that. If you watch the 3 that I will show you from 53, 53, 57, and the other one's 1970, you're going to notice not so like don't talk to you, turns around and leaves or smacks her or something like this. I'm not promoting that. I'm not, no. But you don't see this kind of, it was more like, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. He would take an insult as a man differently than he would have taken it in 1953. Now, I'm not saying those were the right ways to deal with the situation. The other thing that I noticed was, if they would behave, if we would behave like that nowadays, we would be all in prison, man, for sexual harassment. They would kiss left and right without her consent, just like this, grab her, kiss her, and she was like, first, really? Try that at the office. You get police on you, on your cock in the next, I don't know, 9 minutes. That's the average. So the same, these kind of things were like a promotion of this is the way you dealt with women. It was constant. And I saw that when I was a kid too. I was like, is that how you deal with women? I mean, you just talk a little bit and then you grab her and you kiss her roughly and that's it? And she's going to mellow down? Or smack you and then she's going to be like, I liked it. Well, sometimes this happens, but try that nowadays and see where you get. Bars, that's what you get. So Rio Lobo, this was the 1970. Then we got this one right here, Wake of the Red Witch. This was not a Western movie, but it was interesting. I loved this one. I liked it the most, I think, where John Wayne plays a bad dude, kind of, but it's a love story. Really, I liked the relationship between him and she dies and she shows up, and this was good. But I have to caution you, if you're gonna watch this movie, in the first presentation where you start narrating, they're gonna open. It's based on a book, 1948. This is 1948, American adventure film. Okay, directed by Baba, produced by Baba, and so on. I think the other one is also 47. The one, so it's 53, 47, 48, and 1970. So when it starts narrating the first 2 sentences, and the first, just listen to this. It's gonna be, and then the white man came. So it portrays like, no, the other cultures around the globe were so peaceful and loving. This was in 48. God damn it. By the way, God damn it, I haven't heard one curse word in all 4 movies. One. Not even God damn it. Not bitch, not nothing. Nothing, man, nothing. No, I'm not a Puritan here. I'm not oh, it shouldn't be done. But I didn't miss it. It was beautiful. It was idyllic. Idyllic. That's how it was. So just look at the first narration where it says that the islanders wherever in the Pacific will have their life until, and listen to the voice change, the intonation, until the white man came. Like, what the fuck? We fucked everything? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We brought so many things. Soap, antibiotics, many things we brought in, and so on. But anyway, this is how those guys started creeping in and making us feeling ashamed of ourselves. Don't be. So this is another movie. And the last one I will present today is Angel and the Badman. This is the movie I just watched a minute ago. And again, we have John Wayne with the same actress here that played in this movie here. But this is Angel and the Badman. It was made by him, produced by John Wayne right there. He did it and did a very good job. The same thing. Couldn't find anything wrong with this. It was just fantastic. They put some religious stuff in it. They were talking about some Puritans over there. And I didn't mind. They were great. They were fantastic. All good. But again, this is another movie. No curses. No people that should not be like, okay, put over there the bartender is going to be a midget. Just because we have to feel a little bit of quota somewhere, or are we gonna make over there the sheriff is gonna be the, I don't know, let's say, be nice, an African American. Not that it was not impossible, but different times. I'm not for it, like, oh my god, but is it necessary to push that? For what? Why would I want to see that? I want to see something realistic. If you want, science fiction, put whatever you want. Put if you want, I don't know, Snow White as I don't know, as a Latino. Oh, they did it. Oh, well, if you don't want, put like let's say a Little Mermaid as a, I don't know, a black woman. Oh, they did. Oh my! Oh, these guys are ahead of my imagination. No, I mean, imagine that someone else will go and get in someone else's culture and just change it with some white dudes or some little people or whatever. Why is it necessary? I'm not to watch a movie in order to see how you promote certain kind of social experiment on me and my children. So anyway, it's not only based on preference, but also who are you? Why do you do this to me? What's going on over here? If now you're gonna have a movie, let's say like this one, that's gonna be suspect of being called this is that phobic and that so on. My friends, you are on the right. You are on the right. Remember that. We just have to have courage. I enjoyed these movies, as I said. No curses. Music, beautiful. At least an Angel and the Badman, 1947 movie. Beautiful, beautiful music. Beautiful. Nonsense. Beautiful. Now you can say, well, it's preference. It's based on preference. It is, but I think my preference, not only, but usually what's more complex. That means you need a little bit more intellect in it. Therefore, if you need more intellect, it should be a little bit more refined. Not necessary, but usually it is. For instance, you take a symphonic composition and you take, let's say, I don't know, 50 Cent, I don't know what you heard about me, or In the Club, which I like that. I like those pieces or whatever they are. But that could be probably composed in 5 minutes. The other one can take much more, including playing it in front of the audience. Needs more something. Now, do these songs, do they have some geniality? Of course. I like them. I like them. But I can't ignore the fact that if I put that with, let's say, the Fifth Symphony or Beethoven or something like, I don't know, let's start Paganini, and compare that with some Paganini who, no, it's not. It's not. The complexity, my friends, the complexity. And not only, it should be. You can make the argument of a cockroach and a human being and say, well, the human being is more sophisticated, should be better survivor than a cockroach, but in an atomic bomb, the cockroach will survive, you will not survive. Well, if that's the only measure, the same you can make the point with a dog and the fleas. The fleas will kill the dogs. Now that means the flea as an organism is more complex, is better than a dog. You would rather have a flea than a dog? Well, I guess it's based on your preferences, right? What you have in your head, in your heart, in your soul. So anyway, these are four movies, 1940s, 1953, and 1970. So 1947, 1948. Well, I saw another one, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I forgot to mention that one. That was the Coachman. I think it was called Coachman. It was again with John Wayne. That was another movie. It was 1937. I don't think it was. I think it's called differently, but nevertheless. Right. Stagecoach, 1930. Yeah, that's the one. So this is another movie I enjoyed a lot. I go like this. Fuck, I don't want this. Here it is, Stagecoach, Coachman, whatever. Stagecoach, Stagecoach, 1939. Again, Western, beautiful. The whole movie, almost the entire movie is in this little thing here. And again, different values, different, but the same idea. The same idea with love and heroes, no cursing, no, nothing like that. Music, beautiful music, beautiful. I mean, not as beautiful at times because it was kind of like simplistic, but still, it was not something that would be like, what the hell is going on here? Go and watch them, my friends. If you don't watch them. I think you lose. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You lose if you don't watch them. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.